Video 20, Uncontrollability. The next couple of videos will explain how criminals and criminal takeover and, eventually, bad values, bad guys and bad capital are created by illegality plus the higher prices and uncontrollability that illegality causes. This first video simply wants to add the variable of uncontrollability to illegality and higher prices as a cause for bad things to happen. Most of society's control mechanisms, supervision, quotas, antitrust laws, inspection, taxation, quality tests, fines, licensing, etc., are designed to control what is legal, and by illegalization, virtually all such power of control is lost, leaving one with little more than the criminal justice system. As long as something is incorporated into the legal fabric of society, it can be monitored and controlled by a variety of mechanisms, and thereby the something one wants to influence can be steered in more or less whatever direction one wants. But once the something is excluded from the realm of what's illegal, it becomes much harder, much more costly, more controversial, trickier, and often downright impossible to control. Once illegalized, the main mechanisms available are those of the military, maybe stigmatization shaming, and mainly the criminal justice system. However, the criminal justice system as a control agent is an ineffective and costly one. It works on the principle that those who participate in the illegal activity that we want to control gets pursued, a cost, apprehended, a cost, subjected to judgment, a cost, made to face the music, a cost, and after that often get a free of charge advanced crime course in prison, a cost, plus a lot of stigma that will follow them around for the rest of their lives, whether they reform and keep to the straight and narrow or not, of cost. The criminal justice system, in addition to be costly, has its activities paid for by tax revenue, gets demoralized and corrupted by its interaction with what it is called to wreak justice upon, and is a system that, at least so I think, that ought to have better things to do than chasing after often unnecessarily criminalized drug market actors. Things like, for instance, making sure that no unsafe legal drugs are sold and that taxes are paid by producers, distributors and consumers of legal drugs. What this all means is that when one says X should be illegalized, one should have really good reasons to say so, and we should have considered as many alternatives and consequences as possible. And we should be aware that if we choose one day to re-legalize what we have outlawed, that will not mean that the individuals that we have criminalized will necessarily or immediately become good human beings. The next few videos will show the different ways by which illegality, higher prices and uncontrollability creates criminals, criminal takeover, criminality and other bad stuff.